Hey, what's up guys? This is Double X here, and today I'm going to bring yet another epic game in StarCraft 2 between PlayzoneCyto and aTnSocke. Socke's going to be the teal Protoss, spawning up in the top left side, and his opponent PlayzoneCyto, also known as Cytoplasm, which is his original name before he joined Team Playzone. He's the purple Zerg, obviously, and he's going to be spawning in the right side. The map is Scrap Station for today, and yeah, so I think we have a really exciting game to, a really exciting PvZ to expect here. aTnSocke, everybody knows who Socke is. He's been with us since the Brood War days, and a really good Protoss player. He's been playing Protoss all the time. He's currently ranked 95th on the European server with 720 wins actually, and only 435 losses, so that is darn good win-loss ratio actually. And his opponent, Cytoplasm, or Cyto, I think I'll be calling it Cyto because it's shorter and faster and whatever. Cyto is currently ranked 108th in Europe, so just a couple of places after Socke, so pretty even match up here. And Cyto has won 520 games, and he has only lost 434. And his team Playzone is a team who sponsor a bunch of players through Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, and also StarCraft 2. Socke also is part of a team called ATN in his name. You know, Dark Forces, that team as well. But ATN stands for Team Alternate, and they also sponsor a bunch of players on all games. So you gotta be good to be in a team, and both these players are really good. So let's see what happens here. You can see standard opening from Socke with a gateway, and then a cybernetics follow up with double gas. So probably going to put up another gateway, or maybe a one gate into robotics. I don't know actually, but not looking to fast expand, it seems like, because he could have put his building down here to protect his expansion. But you gotta remember, at Scrap Station you have these backdoor rocks, which are if you destroy them, you have a direct entrance into your opponent's naturals, so definitely a place to keep in mind. We can see two Zerglings have spawned down for Cyto and chasing down Socke's scouting probe. And I'm interested if this probe is going to survive. I think yes, because this cell will protect him. You can see that probe just moved right through the cell like a ghost or something. That is because if you right click on the mineral patch with a harvester, the harvester will just travel through all units. It could be your units or it could be your opponent's units. So that is basically a good thing to keep in mind if you're you get your scouting probe tracked, your scouting worker trapped between your opponent's workers or something in the early game. And Cyto is opting to get out a Roach Warren, and he's produced that basic 4 links in the beginning, and he also has 2 queens already, even though his hatchery isn't up yet. It'll be up in just a second or two, but one to produce some creep tumors and one for the constantly inject, and now the second queen will transfer down to this location along with the drones to saturate it up. Meanwhile, Socke's opting to get out some sentries and a zealot, not too uncommon there, to scare away those Zerglings, so they won't get up in the base, and they won't do too much harassment, because he can force field them if they get too close. But going to hack away at these destructible debris actually, and that is a really good idea, because the more he can hack away the HP right now, because those rocks won't, no, the debris won't regenerate any health, so if the HP of that is low for now, he will have so much easier in taking him down later if he wants to engage Socke's expansion. And Socke also researched call it hallucination to hallucinate a phoenix to scout over in the Zerg player's base, and that is really common thing to do if you're a Zerg player, because okay, hallucination costs, but you can hallucinate units through the whole game with all your sentries. And Socke's going to move out here and taking out some Zerglings and even setting up a prox pylon, telling us that he probably going to commit to this. So let's see what happens. He also going to place a prox pylon here, you can see. Now moving through the smoke, and Cyto just now scouting him, and wow, going to put 2 nice force fields on the ramp to block those roaches from getting away and just decimating Cyto's army, and doing a great job here now. Going to pick up that queen and force field the ramp again, preventing any reinforcing units from coming down here to help, and only 2 lonely roaches are here to hold off this army, and again nice force fields preventing all these Zerglings from attacking. That is so great played from Socke actually. He's a very well-known and great Protoss player, so definitely knows what he's doing, and continuing to reinforce this with his prox pylons, and just stray Zealot standing here and doing nothing. Putting up new force fields to prevent this from these Zerglings from reaching down here, so he can pick off all the roaches and drones here in the expansion. But now here, the force fields went down, and the Zerglings can just march in here, but they refuse from doing that, so they just turn around and they go to macro up in army in his base Cyto, so he can push forward with a so he can hold this off if he has a larger army. Now let's see, he almost pick out 1 roach. This queen is wise and he borrowed all his units to regenerate some health, and roaches spawning just to pick off, and now all units burrowing and unburrowing and even pulling off drones of his line, and but these stocks just play so good. Nice force fields all over the place, just trapping so many units, and these Zerglings can't even attack. They're just standing back here and looking so foolish. But now they can attack, just swarming in here. And can Socke hold this? Isn't going to commit anymore. More reinforcing Zealots coming in here, but he really needs to get those up front, because now they're just worthless, and the stock is just taking a lot of damage actually. But he hasn't killed this hatchery yet, so Cyto can still produce a lot of units from multiple locations. But it looks like Socke is not going to commit to this anymore, because he's not warping in any reinforcements, and these roaches can just burrow as they lose health, and Socke's going to take this window of opportunity and just go out. And no, he's actually going to come back and pick up those roaches, it looks like, but he really shouldn't commit to this anymore, because if he did, he would probably lose, because he's not much mining going on, because he cut so many probes to he actually has a pretty good saturation in his main, but he's hurting for gas and minerals as well, so definitely need to saturate a bit better if he's going to produce of this 2-gate robotics, because he just produced non-stop attacking units in the beginning. Cyto now feeling confident to move out and going to pick up this prox pylon from Socke, and a lot of roaches. And what is he producing? He's producing an overseer, but Socke's actually going to get +1 attack. That is really good in all matchup basically, but if you have even army, the attack upgrades can really play a huge role. So wow, what is this stalker doing? He's just almost pick off that stalker, but he survived. Good control from Socke there. He definitely should scout out with the observer in Cyto's base, but still it's wise to keep it with his army, because he knows the roach have burrow tech research, so should probably make another observer just to follow his army, and one to have in his base. But oh, an overseer going to come in here. Is he going to contaminate this building? He probably should. Yes, he is going to, and then he's just going to escape out of there. So a really annoying overseer actually going to block this immortal from being produced. Meanwhile, Socke's going to put up Colossus tech and push out with this observer in his army, so definitely being prepared for the roach burrow micro from Cyto. You can see these roaches are burrow, but now they Observer can spot him, and Cyto realizing that, armoring his roaches, but nice force fields, almost cutting this army in half, and Cyto feeling he has not enough roaches to bust down all these stalkers and the immortal. And you gotta remember, Socke also had that +1 attack, so I think he would have won that. So great play from Socke here in the first game. Oh, and I didn't mention that in the beginning actually, but I think this is a best of 3 from the Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, so number 15. So we're going to move on to game number 2 now. Socke winning the first one, so I'll see you guys then.